where lost boys go.
Tell Mama I'm just staying a little longer. And tell her that I'm being wild as hell.
Hi everyone, Vegas from Critic here, Jeffrey K. Howard, here to review Wendy, starring Devin, Yashua, Mack, and directed by Benh Zeitlin. This was the big buzz at the Sundance Film Festival this year, and this was on my radar. I definitely wanted to see Wendy, but, you know, impossible to get tickets. I had other things that were conflicting with the schedule, so finally I saw a press screening last night here in Las Vegas. So I was really excited about it, but I was also kind of, skeptical because another Peter Pan film. I mean, there's so many different Peter Pan movies out there. In fact, Disney's doing a big budget one. They just announced casting for it. I thought, really, what could be different about this Peter Pan? Steven Spielberg did a different take on it. What if Peter Pan grew up and his kids were kidnapped by Captain Hook and Hook? Also, we just have different aspects of this story told so many times. So I saw the trailer. I was super intrigued. Now, I have to admit, going to the movie last night, it was raining here. I was in a bad mood. I was cranky. I was tired. So when I came out of this movie, I did not care for it at all. I was like ripping it apart in my head. I was furious with this movie because not only is it an experimental movie and it's also the definition of an independent film, I just thought it didn't work on so many levels and I was angry. Now, I went to sleep and I woke up this morning and I started thinking about it again. After I got a good night's sleep, I started thinking to myself, I was too hard on it. And then it just started to intrigue me and I started watching some clips in the trailer and started watching some interviews and I started kind of changing my mind about it. Because you have Devin, I always get her name, I say Frank, it's France. Devin, who plays Wendy, is an absolute charm. And what's unique about this movie is that the director, he wrote and directed this film, but it's kind of almost like improv. He found these kids, and they're not really actors. They're shot, and the story kind of comes out of their location where they found them. Meaning that they use their imaginations a lot in this movie. They have situations and going on. So the movie, even though the narrative is almost non-existent and there's nothing to follow with the story, and you just kind of pick out Peter Pan references as you go along, and the characters aren't really that developed. And you're given names, but it's still just kind of, it's just kind of confusing and sometimes very, very boring. But you can just tell that this is a labor of love from the director because the imagery and the way he sets up these shots and sets up all these kind of incredible metaphors and these just so many things in a shot that he takes his time to, it's visual poetry. This is the definition of an independent film. So I had to take a step back. I had to take a deep breath and kind of rethink my thoughts about this movie. And while still there were some problems with it, with a lot of the narrative, it just didn't exist. It was just a very experimental film. So I think I need to watch it again. I mean, it's rare that I go back and watch a movie a second time to get a feel, but this is a movie that I think you need to watch 2 or 3 times, but I'm more inclined to watch it at home than in the big theater because I felt it was just a little too slow. I can't take that back. But overall, this is a really interesting movie just to see these kids be themselves and use their imagination, So I thought Wendy was an incredible effort. It really was. So when you go into this movie, make sure you keep an open mind and have a lot of patience.
The ones with the light in their eye. Escape.
All right, for more reviews and interviews, just surf on over to my website at vegasfilmcritic.com. Check me out on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Hey, I need some more followers. And if you're watching on YouTube, which you should, because that way you won't miss any of my interviews or my reviews, make sure you give me a good thumbs up. Did you like this video? And also subscribe and comment below. What did you think of Wendy? I'm dying to know what you think. Devin, she's just amazing. She is just a diamond in the rough. So I think you'll enjoy her performance too. I'm Jeffrey Howard in Las Vegas. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you next time.